guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a 2018 skincare routine video. So this is an updated skincare routine video. The last one was last year. Guys, in all honesty, I have changed everything. I wanted to say a lot has changed. I'm looking at everything right now and I have changed everything. I changed everything for a lot of reasons. 1, 3 to 2 months ago, I noticed that I was just breaking out a lot more often than I would, especially in this area on my chin area here. Some of you actually did notice this, and I'll try to insert clips if I can find of my skin. Like, I was having very stubborn breakouts on my chin. I even still have scarring from that entire episode right now, but I know that it's the spots that are gradually going to fade. But I was breaking out a lot and I just had it up to here with everything. And one thing that I do know with skincare is that your skin can actually get very used to certain ingredients, and as a result, it just stops responding to them. And I feel like that is what keeps happening with me and the acne.org treatment. I stopped using it last year in the first skincare routine video that I put up last year because I felt that my skin was not just responding to it anymore, and then I switched to a toner. The toner was a toner from Neutrogena. It has salicylic acid in it as an active ingredient, and that on its own, I didn't think that it was doing much for my skin. And I remember saying in that first skincare routine video that I was not necessarily happy with everything, but then I felt like I had to change things up. So I changed things up. After using the Neutrogena toner for a while, I went back to the acne.org treatment again. And the second time around, I feel like my skin responded to it a lot better. And then my breakout stopped, and then I started using the Use Fresh Air Moisturizer. And then my skin was doing really good. And I felt that I was in a good place at the time to do an updated skincare routine video. And I know that a lot of you have watched that skincare routine video. However, I started breaking out again. I'm just saying all of this because I feel like context is really important, explaining why I have changed a lot of things that I was using in that video. So let me tell you guys how I started using new stuff. This brand that I am using their products right now is actually a brand that I'm familiar with. They've been sending me PR since 2015. So I had an entire PR package from them that I had not used touch. I knew what I had inside the package, but I had not like played around with the product. So I was about to travel sometime in June, and I realized like last minute that my Cetaphil cleanser had finished, and I was leaving the next day. I didn't really have time to rush to the store to repurchase my Cetaphil cleanser, and I didn't really know what to do. And I started looking around all the packages that I had just to try to figure out if I could find something to use, travel with, and then maybe come back and buy the Cetaphil again. And then I opened the package that I had these, and I remembered, oh my god, I actually have an entire skincare line range here to try out. The first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to just use the cleanser, just take the cleanser alone, try the cleanser on its own, and use it alongside everything else. But then I was like, wait a minute, I've been breaking out a lot. I might as well just try every other thing in here. What's the worst that could happen? I'll break out some more and then I'll just go back to what I was using. So I decided to try everything. This is literally the best decision that I feel like I've made this year when it comes to my skin. The first product that I'm going to show you guys from this range is their cleanser. So this is the cleanser. It comes in a 150 ml tube and it looks like this. The brand is Bolden. This is their skin clarifying cleanser. It cleanses deeply, unclogs pores, prevents breakouts. The first thing that I noticed using this was that it had a scent to it. My skin doesn't react badly to perfumes. In cleansers and moisturizers and foundations, just stuff that I put on my face, my skin actually doesn't react badly to them. So I'm just letting you guys know in case you're sensitive to things like that. It leaves my skin feeling really soft. It does not dry my skin out. It's a clear gel. It looks a bit messy just because I use it a lot, but it's literally a clear gel. It's a clear gel and it looks like this. I really love this cleanser. I've told you guys several times in my previous videos that I don't like cleansers that dry my skin out. I don't like cleansers that are drying. I don't like cleansers that are drying. And that's the reason why I used Cetaphil for the longest time, because it wasn't like the regular type of cleanser that they would push towards people with oily skin. This just leaves my skin feeling really soft and not dry at all. And one thing that I will do once a week, I don't do this every day, is go in with a mask. Like after I've cleansed, is to go in with a mask. And I got a mask from the brand as well. It looks like this. This is their Clear Skin Clay Mask. Clears breakouts, deeply cleanses and minimizes pores, controls oil and shine. I'm not going to lie, this is actually the thing that I use the least in this entire thing. And it's because I've told you guys in previous videos that personally I prefer peel-off masks, okay? And this is a rinse-off mask. It's a rinse-off mask. It's a clay mask. Hold on, let me just work this into my skin. So I'm just going to show you guys what I would do every time that I use this product. But on a normal day, I just go from the cleanser straight to the toner. I'm just going to work this into my skin really quickly. So whenever I'm applying this, I just avoid my eyebrows, as you should with masks in general, especially peel-off ones. If you go and apply a peel-off mask on your eyebrow, just know that you might end up pulling your brows out when you're trying to peel the mask off. So just be very careful. And I always avoid my immediate under eye area, mainly because the skin that you get in your immediate under eye area is very soft and very sensitive. So be careful. I'm touching it, not coming off with anything. It's basically dry, but then it's a soft type of dry, because if you do this, you can actually take the mask off. I wanted to quickly show you guys 2 other masks that I love. If you love peel-off masks like me, check these 2 out. This is the Glam Glow Gravity Mod firming treatment. It's a firming treatment. It's not necessarily for people who have oily skin, but I feel like I'm at that point now where I am also beginning to just take care of my skin so as to help prevent wrinkles and all of that. So I love this one. And another affordable one, really affordable one, because the Glam Glow one, it's a bit tricky getting your hands on this here in Nigeria, in all honesty. Glam Glow is in South Africa, so if you're in South Africa, you can get Glam Glow masks from there. I got this while I was in the UK last year. Another mask, but this one is really affordable, is the Queen Helen Grapeseed Peel-Off Mask. And I talked about these 2 masks in my most recent favorites video, so check that video out if you've not seen it yet, okay? So I'm going to wipe this mask off now. Normally, I'll just go into the bathroom and rinse this off at the sink, but I have a washcloth here, so I'm going to get this damp and I'm going to use it to wipe this off. After that, the next thing that I'll do is to go in with a toner. I already told you guys in my monthly favorites video that I am using a toner now and I am loving it. And fam, this is the toner. You guys can see that I've used quite a bit. You guys can see where the product is. I've been using this religiously, and at first when I started doing this routine, I honestly just believed in my heart that this was the culprit. This was the reason why my skin was feeling hella smooth. In short, I honestly believe at this point that it's the glycolic acid, because I've had oily skin since as far back as I can remember, right? And I have used everything. I used to use like the Clinique 3-step routine back in the day. I used Perfective, I've used Neutrogena, I've used Clean and Clear. And one thing that I know with all the skincare products that I have used on my face in the past is that when it comes to treatment, I always gravitate towards things that have benzoyl peroxide as an active ingredient and salicylic acid as an active ingredient. So benzoyl peroxide is what I was using with the acne.org treatment, and then salicylic acid is what I found in most of my toners from Clean and Clear and Neutrogena. However, I have not used anything with glycolic acid in it before. How I have never, up until now, I don't know. I've not been breaking out, rarely breaking out, and my skin feels so freaking smooth. This whole thing has just really emphasized or just reminded me that clear skin does not really equal smooth skin, and you would not know till something changes. But my skin is so smooth all the time. I don't know if I already said this in the beginning, but guys, my skin is just so smooth, and I just keep touching my face. I know that ideally don't touch your face, don't do it, but that's how smooth my skin has been of late. I just keep touching my skin. One thing again that I love about this is the fact that it gets rid of everything that my wipe did not get rid of, my cleanser did not get rid of. Because guys, you're going to be shocked. If you want to shock yourself, use a cleanser, cleanse your skin after you've used a wipe to take your makeup off, and then go back in with, don't even use anything fancy, just use a cotton pad and water and use it to go over your skin. You're going to see the amount of gunk you still have on your face. The thing I like about this step is that it just helps me get rid of anything that the cleanser did not remove, but then at the same time it's treating my skin as well. It's a brightening toner. It says that it's a brightening toner. I love this stuff so much that I went on their website and I started looking at the product, and this is the most popular thing on their website. It has like more reviews than every other thing that they sell on there. So after that, I just wait for my skin to dry a little, and then I go in with a moisturizer. The moisturizer is also from the brand as well, and this is the Bolden Brightening Moisturizer SPF 30. It also says here that it improves skin texture and appearance. I'm so happy that I'm showing you guys this moisturizer, because with my last 2 most recent skincare routine videos, the 2 moisturizers that I've shown you guys for daytime, they did not have SPF SPF in them. Someone like me, yeah, I get away with using moisturizers without SPF for one main reason alone. It's because I am hardly ever out in the sun. Guys, the type of life that I live, I'm either filming in this house or editing, and when I even go out, I am always indoors or in some sort of enclosed space. I don't even work out outdoors, I work out indoors mostly. And even when I'm working out outdoors, it's always in the morning and there's little to no sun. I know that after my last skincare routine video, a lot of you, why don't you use SPF, Dimma? Why don't you use SPF? And that's my reason. I know that it's lame, but I'm just happy now that I'm going to be showing you guys a moisturizer finally that has SPF and not small SPF. SPF 30 is actually good SPF. So what I normally do with this is that I take one pump like this and I work it into the skin. This is really moisturizing, really hydrating. The only thing that I noticed at first about this that I know that some people might not necessarily like is the fact that you can smell the SPF, but it's not overbearing and it doesn't linger. It kind of disappears after a while, after, you know, you've applied it on your skin. But then it's very moisturizing, very hydrating. You guys can see how soft my skin looks just looking at me right now. One thing again that it says here is that it's a brightening moisturizer, so this is supposed to tackle hyperpigmentation at the same time. One thing that I would like to make clear in this video before I continue is that brightening tends to mean a different thing to, I think, the average Nigerian than it means to people elsewhere. Brightening does not mean bleaching. So when I'm saying brightening, this is not going to take you from one shade to the other. I was talking about this spot in my Get Ready With Me, my last Get Ready With Me, and you guys can see that it hasn't disappeared automatically or anything. And I've been using this since I filmed that video. So this tackles spots gradually. I feel like with time, this should also correct problems. You know, if you're someone who has a lot of hyperpigmentation, this should just gradually tackle that. But this is not going to bleach you. So don't go looking for this, believing that Dimma says that it will bleach you. It will not bleach you. It's just going to tackle hyperpigmentation and spots gradually. Lastly, during the nighttime, I don't use the daytime moisturizer, which I just showed you guys. I use this, and this is the nighttime repair serum. It has 10% glycolic acid. It also says here that this fades dark spots as well. This entire range was created for women of color by women of color. So I understand why they actually do have a lot of things here tackling dark spots. It's something that we're all familiar with. It's something that we all struggle with. And if you're someone who has oily skin, dark spots, treating it or tackling it is also something that you're thinking about, just as you're thinking about stopping the breakouts themselves. So this is the nighttime repair serum, has 10% glycolic acid, and it also says restores clarity, elasticity, and firmness. In my opinion, you see, this restores clarity, elasticity, and firmness. I have felt this one in my soul more than I have even felt the fades dark spot. The first time that I used this, I remember waking up and touching my skin. Like, I think after day 2, my skin was so soft. I had to literally go and read the back of this. After reading it, I had to go on their website, and I realized that glycolic acid, it exfoliates mildly as well. I'm really familiar with things that kind of exfoliate your skin while you sleep. However, I have not used glycolic acid, and glycolic acid does something really similar as well. So I wake up in the morning and my skin feels so soft and so, I don't know, smooth. This and the toner combined, they are the culprits. The texture of my skin is the best that it's been in years, in all honesty. I just take about 1 pump of this, and just after using the toner at night, I use this as my nighttime moisturizer, and my skin loves it a lot. So this is everything that I've been using on my skin. You guys always ask, so I always include this at the end of skincare routine videos, and I just always touch on the soap that I use to cleanse my body, because when it comes to cleansers like this, like the Cetaphil, the Acne.org, even with this, I don't use the facial cleansers on my body. I use them from the neck upwards. This morning I used the Natural Nigerian black soap. I've showed this in a previous skincare routine video. I put this in my top 5 black soaps. If you've not seen that video, I would link it somewhere here. Go watch it. It's such a good video. I basically shared all my favorite black soaps in that video, and this is one of them. I used this morning. And lastly, because I know that aside from Dimma, what soap do you use? The next question that I get all the time is, Dimma, what cream do you use? And fam, this is the cream that I use. It's the same cream that I used in my last 2 skincare routine videos. It's the Nivea Soft Refreshingly Soft Moisturizing Cream, and it looks like this inside. This is like my go-to body cream. It's so soft. It's also lightweight. It absorbs like really quickly into the skin. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. skin. Like, it's one of those moisturizers that you apply it and you get up and go. It doesn't sit heavy on the skin, and I love it. It's also really affordable as well. It sells for 1,100. Really affordable. I'm going to put the prices of everything down in the description box as well. And during the dry season, to hydrate, I love to use shea butter from my neck downwards. Guys, these two products, I don't use them on my face, and the reason is because I have oily skin on my face, but from my neck downwards I have normal to dry skin. And the thing is that this part of my body requires a different type of care than this. This is oily, this is normal to dry, so I tend to go with things that are very hydrating, very moisturizing, and in this area here I go for very lightweight moisturizers. So that's the reason why I can never use the body lotion that I use on my body on my face, because it's going to break me out, it's going to clog my pores. So during the dry season I love to use shea butter, and this one is from Kaime. This is their shea butter body cream, and it looks like this. You guys can see that I've actually used this quite a bit, and this just comes in handy during the dry season when the weather is really dry and you're looking all white. This will help you get rid of that, and it also moisturizes really deeply as well. Quickly before I go, I know that a lot of you are wondering where to get the products that I just mentioned, so I'm going to start with the Bolden product. It's owned by Black Americans. One of them is Nigerian, and that's the reason why I am under their radar for PR. So they sent me this. However, they are coming to Nigeria soon, if they're not in Nigeria already. So you should be able to get these products, everything from Bolden, you should be able to get them from Med Plus. Med Plus is the place to get these products from. If you're in the States, you can get these products from their website. So I'm going to leave a link in the description box. The Queen Helen mask, I got this from Ebano. I said this in a previous video. And the Glam Glow mask, I bought this while I was in the UK. The Nivea body cream, I get this from ShopRite. It sells for 1,100. The Kaime body butter, I get this from the Kaime website. And the natural Nigerian black soap, I get this from Ebano. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope that this video was helpful and it answered your questions. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Dimma Umeh on both. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.